Alright, this is take 2. I had to go do something for my mom for take 1. So the premise of this video is to go over every hero in this roster and say my proposed changes, what they would be. Obviously, I'm not a fucking game developer. I don't know if these work or not. I'm just some random fucker who has what I hope to be good opinions. Now, just to be clear, I don't play competitive that much. I've been playing since 2016. I took 2 pretty big breaks when there was 2 massive, just non-content times. I took a big break. I played 2016 through 2017, and I took a 2-year-long break, came back in 2019, and have been playing since that. I did take a little bit. I took a 4-month break in the middle of 2019. But besides that, I've been playing this entire time. I've had to switch accounts. That's why I don't have very many hours. Just to be clear. Alright. So for D.Va, she just got buffed pretty decently. I wouldn't change really anything. I mean, Bomb kind of sucks, but it's not supposed to be great. It's supposed to be a extra life, because if I use Bomb, ironically get a kill, I instantly get my mech back, so I don't, and then I can pop it if I die. So it's good. I wouldn't ever use it for damage. That's a lie. I would. You shouldn't use it. I would, because I play risky. But D.Va's not. She doesn't need anything changed. Doomfist? It's a little bit different. Doomfist, I can play Doomfist. That was a misclick. I have little mouse space because I got some shit on my mouse pad. But Doomfist isn't good right now. They nerfed him too. Oh, I fucked that up. They nerfed him too. I don't necessarily know why. At first I thought it was fine, but it's not really. It's not a good nerf. It just kind of punishes his stun on when you hit somebody on a wall. Their stun is less now. And it's like, well, that's nice. Look at that, man. That doesn't do anything. The only thing that would do would be, stop an ult. But, it just... Look at that piddly little stun. It does nothing. Keep in mind, I am also sick. I'm super nasally. But Doomfist needs some help. I think his primary fire sucks. You can't just make him into a punch bot, because then your gameplay looks like, oh shit, I'm being shot at. Alright, now it's time to punch. Oh, now I gotta fuck off. Which is kind of his playstyle, is either dive in super heavy and die and maybe kill someone, or play like a little bitch and live. There's no real in-between. Junker Queen, I very much so like this character. And I think that she's kind of fine. Her only problem is there are so many characters that shut her off completely that it makes playing her right now kind of impossible. Ana, stop playing the character. Kiriko, you didn't want an ult anyways, and also your axe does nothing now. Bastion, goodbye. Reaper, it depends on the Reaper. Torbjorn, sometimes. This bitch sets up her turrets, you die. You can't rush. Any character that... Orisa... Actually, Queen versus Orisa is a good thing for Queen. I'm gonna make that right now as a Queen enjoyer. I love it when people swap Orisa into me because I know that I can kill them. However, if you swap, Queen into, Ramatra, that's not the greatest. You won't totally lose always, but you're not going to be doing very great, and Zarya is a pretty hard counter for you. She outdamages you, she can deny your ult, and she can immediately eat your axe. It's not a very fun matchup. Orisa is probably probably tied for best tank at the moment. You have your 2 sides of evil. Either you want to maybe do damage sometimes, or you want to sit there and never die. Because healing is so much right now that if you play Orisa, you won't die unless they have a Bastion and you cycling your cooldowns. I don't like playing Orisa. I don't have very many balance changes for her. I don't really know what to do. I hate that. I think Javelin shouldn't give you such a massive slowdown after you're hit by it, because just kind of a pain in the ass. But, like, you're slowed down for so long after you get hit by Javelin, you die anyway, but that's kind of the point. Orisa's just kind of really boring, and there's not very much you can change her with. You can't really nerf Fortify, because then she's bad, and you can't really buff Fortify, because then she's the best tank. So, you have to find a happy medium, and it's just unfindable at the moment. Ramatra isn't very good at this moment. I love him. I love him with all of my heart, but he's just not it. He's not it. All Brawl tanks struggle against Mei Bastion. I didn't mention Mei for Junker Queen, but also, yeah, not fun. But in this, like, you have so many things that every character that's meta shuts down Brawl completely. Ana turns off half of the tanks on this list. So does Kiriko. And then Bastion makes you unable to play the game. So, it's not a really good dynamic for tanks to exist in this fucking game. It makes it awful and unfun. To buff Ramatra, I don't know how you would do it. It kind of just depends on Bastion Mei getting nerfed, and Bastion did get nerfed, but not really in an impactful way. He got his reconfiguration 2 more seconds to its cooldown, which is cool, but, like, that doesn't solve the main issue. The main issue isn't how long it's up. The main issue is that I can kill anything in 0.5 seconds by staring at them for a little bit. That's the issue. I didn't even hit headshots, and I killed them in the same time that it would take me to play Ramatra and hit all headshots on this shit. Like, there's a problem. He does so much damage that it eats every other tank. Reinhardt falls into the same trap. He's not good. I love him so much. He's my favorite character. It's not even close. But he's so bad. He is absolutely awful. How would you buff Reinhardt? I have a change that I think would be pretty cool. I think when you shatter someone, they should get, you should do more damage to them. Specifically Reinhardt and specifically Shatter. Not Rock Stun, not any other stun that exists in this game. Reinhardt Shatter, I think you should be able to two-shot anyone with swings. So, like, if I were to shatter, I can't really close shatter, or just get one shot. But you should be able to kill. Shatter, right now, the problem with Shatter is that there are so many cooldowns that let people either escape or just get out of Shatter and not be shattered, that it doesn't do anything. And whether you could literally fire, you could get nanoed, shatter, and still kill no one. It's nuts. It's not fun. It's not okay. And the only way to really fix that is either make it uncleansable, which would make the game unfun, because then Reinhardt, even though Reinhardt becomes hard meta, which isn't that bad, if Shatter becomes super good and they give him other buffs, he becomes hard meta, which isn't terrible, but you don't really want Reinhardt hard meta, because then you also have Orisa hard meta, and then you also have, like, Junker Queen off meta, and it's like, okay, well, now everybody else but the tanks don't get to play. There's no happy medium. It's either tanks don't get to play and everybody else does, or tanks get to play and no one else does. Roadhog is currently in that weird middle ground. He is okay. That was a skill issue. But he's not great. He's not bad, though. You can roll as Roadhog, but it's another character that if Ana exists, you switch off. So much harder than, like, Reinhardt. Because at least with Ryan, you can block nade. But Roadhog just has to eat it, and then you die, because you can't use your heal. He's not great right now, and wow, that's disappointing. Bruh. Proposed changes? Don't. I hate this character. I love it when he's awful. He makes the game unfun. It's absolute bias, and I'm willing to admit that. Sigma, bring back Rock one-shot. I did that in the wrong order, but bring it back, please. It's not that bad. It's skillful. It's not like fucking Hog one-shot where you press 2 buttons and you kill someone. You actually have to aim. It's so painful. Just let me one-shot someone with Rock, please. That's all I need. Sigma right now is currently part of the meta. He's the yin to Orissa's yang. If you want to play poke and do good damage, you play Sigma. If you want to stand there and never die, you play Orisa. They don't really counter each other. I would say that Sigma does fine against Orisa, because she can't do very much besides sit there and not die, and she doesn't do very much damage to you, and you can kind of eat her spear and her cooldowns. So it's not the worst. I think Sigma's fine, but please, bring back the one-shot. It'd be so funny. Winston? I don't play Winston that much. I don't really touch him. I can't really give opinions on Winston, because I mean, you shouldn't buff his damage, that's for sure. His damage is low, but that's kind of the point, because you have your Tesla cannon that goes through shields and shit. It's a really big pain in the ass. But he's not that special. He's not good right now because Orisa is. And even though Winston used to be good against Orisa, there's kind of this middle counterplay area where Orisa can still stay next to her team and then blow you up. So it's not great, especially with all the healing and damage. Like, Bastion's really good right now, so Winston can't be. I'm not even going to talk about Ball. I know how to play Ball. But you can't buff Ball, or he becomes really good. We learned this. Don't buff Ball. Don't do it. It's gonna break the game. Don't fucking buff him. His problem right now is that because we went from 2 tanks to 1 tank, he can't do very much, and he has to play with his team. And no, no. Zarya is very good at the moment because Orissa's good and D.Va's good. I mean, obviously I can't do very much damage right now. I don't have charge. But it's very easy to get charge. I mean, you're kind of countered by Bastion, but at the same time, with the Bastion, it depends on if their team is willing to commit or not. Like, if I'm playing Bastion, I'm gonna pop the Zarya bubble. I don't fucking care. It depends if they are also going to pop the Zarya bubble. Because, obviously, this is not a good representation, because it is the funny mode where its health is lowered, because I don't know why they did that for training mode, but you kill her so fast. Even with an extra 150 health, that would take another second. Not even. It's kind of crazy. You can kill her through both bubbles, and I think less than 6 seconds. And even with super healing, you can still blow straight through her if she gets too cocky. But, at the same time, if your team doesn't commit, you give her 80 charge, and she backs off, gets another bubble, and now you've been turned into sweet, sweet hot butter, and she just melts straight through you. You can't do anything about it. Ashe is not good right now, for the main reason that Mercy isn't very good. Mercy's not bad, but this character enables half of this cast, and without her, you don't play them. Like, you don't play Cass right now. Cass isn't bad. He's a pain in my ass. I hate this fucking character. But he's not bad. He's not great right now either. He's also in this weird middle ground where no one's picking him right now, which is why he seems really awful, but also he's not that awful. He still does good damage, which Ashe does damage better, but Ashe is a lot more vulnerable and can't really, like, you can't do the same shit as Ashe. Slower fire rate, less health, less escapability, or I guess less dual ability, I would say, because you have to play farther back to really get damage in, and also your shots are harder to shit. Your shots are harder to hit. Sorry, I'm sick and my brain is going. She's still good, but I don't think that she's as good as she was a few seasons ago. There's not really balance changes to her that you could really make. She's fine. Bastion. Bastion did just get nerfed to his reconfigure. It takes longer to come back. It takes 12 seconds now instead of 10. Boo-hoo. And his spread is higher. But that didn't solve the issue at all. That just made it to where, alright, so I have my 6 seconds in this. I blow up 3 people, and then, oh, I don't have it anymore? Okay. Well, I'm gonna poke now. for 12 seconds. It's if you have healers on a Bastion, he won't die. That's his only problem. Balance changes. Just a personal preference. I hate that Nade does that. I don't like that. Nade lost its explosion timer. Well, not lost, but it's pretty much gone now. And that's just unfun to fight. It's not fun to have a Bastion from fucking Narnia, like 7020, turn around and fucking lob a nade out of nowhere, and it sticks to you and you die. And it's like, okay, man, well, there's no counterplay. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm Kiriko, I can't react to it's not fun. But that's not a needed change. You could argue that it's a change for the better, that his nade explodes instantly, more consistent damage. That's totally fine. His assault needs a nerf, though, badly, please, I beg. Lower his fire rate, lower damage, something, please! Stop it! Stop fucking leaving Bastion the same! You're driving me nuts. Cassidy. I already kind of touched on him. You shouldn't buff Cass. Everything's fine. If you give him more range again, I will lose my mind. He doesn't need more range. Dying to a 140 headshot out of nowhere is never fun. It's just not. I wouldn't change him. Echo. I don't see very much Echo. And I think that's because there's other roles that fulfill her job. I still think Echo is a pain in my ass, but not to, like, I hate focusing beam. I used it too early, and I still got the kill. And I missed half of it. It's not very fun to fight against. Because she stays up in the air, pokes at you, and then when you get low enough, she fucking drops the hammer on you and fucking annihilates you. I wouldn't change her because I can't think of a change, really. I just can't think of one. There's not very much that you would change besides maybe primary fire count or damage.
Reversing personality module.
Because I'm sure if we nerfed Beam, the Echo players would cry about it. Please buff Genji. I beg of you. I love this character. He's very fun. But he's so bad. He's not good at all. It's to a point to where you can actively be thrashing on a support for like 3 years, and they don't die. The only targets you can kill are DPS, and that's it. Like, or you're busy fighting a DPS, and then all of a sudden an Alari throws down their pylon, and then fucking like headshots you, and now you have the choice of, do you back off and then die to the Alari still, or do you continue to fight and have the pylon also healing them, and then die to the Alari anyways. Balance changes. You should bring his damage back. They returned his ammo count, which was nice, but the first damage, to be fair, the first damage nerf that they did, I think was a good change back in Season 1, but now there is absolutely no reason why his damage nerf should stay. There's no reason. He's not oppressive. He's just kind of a pain in the ass. All I can say about Hanzo is that he shoots Lincoln logs, and the fact that that just counted for a headshot is nuts to me. Like, bro, come on now. There you go. Oh, it's fine, I'll shoot right there. Yep, well, unlucky. Like, what the fuck is this, man? What is this? He shoots the Lincoln logs. You can't really... I don't think Hanzo should get nerfed. Actually, correction. I think this should get nerfed. I think Stormhand was nuts. Like, the fact that you have your instant win button on any duel is not necessarily fine. Junkrat is oppressive, but I don't think busted. I think he's okay. Here we go. Junkrat, if he gets near you, you die. I mean, that is kind of a given, because of just how much damage he does. However, it's hard you have to shoot shots well. he plays a similar role to like Demo Man, TF2. His pipes kind of travel the same way. He has almost the same health. He's good, but he's not crying out like he's super powerful because Sigma and Orisa are good right now, and they kind of turn Junkrat into being less effective. Sigma eats all of his shit and has a shield, which Junkrat eats shields, but it's still something he has to go through to kill the Sigma. It's still something. It's not like Reinhardt, where Junkrat just shoots the shield, and then the shield goes away, and then, unlucky, Sigma fights back. Orisa can literally just press Fortify and start eating Junkrat's fucking explosives, and Deji just kills him. Junkrat does nothing to Orisa. Mei is the other funny haha character right now that's meta, and it does too much damage and fucking makes my life a living hell. But as much as she is meta right now and as much as I hate it, honestly, I think it's fine. Because Deep Chill is gone. And 70% slow was never a good idea, and it was awful to play against. It was so bad. It was completely the reason for me stopping playing for a while, because it was so unfun to fight. Mei, you could lower the damage on her left click. I would personally like to see is now hold on. Deep Chill return, hold on, without the slow. I think that the ability to combo was funny, like how you would hold left click for a while, and then you could either right click or punch for extra damage. I think that was cool. And then you could lower her fucking point and click adventure damage a lot for that. You could take it down back to 70 DPS and then keep that, maybe buff it a little bit to where it happens faster and you do the same amount of damage. I think that would be fine. I still think that she's a pain though to fight. Pharah. Pharah's not good right now because Mercy isn't good. By Mercy's not good, I mean Mercy sits on the Bastion all game. That's kind of what I meant earlier when I was talking about Ashe. But Mercy just sucks the Bastion's deck. Pharah is also bad because Bastion's good, and Bastion is a literal AA turret, so there's not very much you can do about that, besides hit your shots and hope that you kill him and his 20% damage resistance and his Mercy, through his Mercy, before he kills you. You can't. I wouldn't change Pharah. If you buff her, she becomes busted with Mercy, and I don't want that meta, please. Reaper. Reaper's okay. Now, because Zarya is okay, I would say that Reaper also kind of fits in that area where he's not bad. Because I can still do a lot of damage. Assuming you can aim, you'll be fine. He's not very depth. He's also not very overpowered. I don't think he ever really was, except for when his lifesteal was at like 50%, and it was absolutely nuts. Only thing I would buff a little bit about him is maybe like teleport cooldown, because it's not a super needed buff, but it would be nice. I think 10 seconds is a bit much, and it just makes me feel more sluggish. Anybody ever play this character anymore? Soldier's still really good, don't get me wrong. I just can't hit railgun shots, and so I don't play her. But as much as this character is good, she's very boring. They nerfed the shit out of her SMG, and it does not do like any damage anymore, which doesn't really matter, because she's still soldier, but better. Well, actually no, she's not soldier but better anymore. She used to be, but I think that Soldier actually has his own little thing now. Speaking of which, Soldier. He does a lot of damage now. He's pretty good. I would love if they brought his damage back down to 19 instead of 20. I've always hated Pocket Rocket, but that's a skill issue on my part. Because I just hate 130 damage out of nowhere, and now I'm dead on a sustained damage character. But that's a skill issue. Sombra. I love the rework so much. I love playing this character. You can say it's bad all you want. It's so much more fun and engaging, and I love it. Only problem is, I think it would be kind of cool if Virus lowered the amount of healing that you were getting. Because support, if they get virused, or if anybody else gets virused, presses left click on the person that gets virused, and then you do not kill them. Unlucky. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. I'm gonna go blow my nose in a second. But, she's not bad, by any means. I would say this rework was a overall positive. I do want my speed back. Being at 45 instead of 60 is painful. Not as painful as it was for 30. Thank God we didn't go into that. But it's still painful. I want my speed back. EMP sucks, but it's not as bad as some people say. It's just not great anymore. 30%, 40 to 30 is a big margin, and it's kind of just, it's bad now. I'm gonna go blow my nose. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Yeah, Sombra's okay. I like the rework. I know some people don't. Unlucky. Sim? Now, I don't like Sim, but that's also because I just don't like her. She's not fun to play against. Because, you know, she kills people as fast as Bastion does, but without the whole only every 12 seconds thing. Like, the amount of damage that I can do is insane. I personally do like the fact that you gain back ammo when you hit shields. I think that's cool. Also makes sense, because it's a gun of light, and if you were shooting light, then you would extract the light instead of, you know, destroying it. But I would like to see her turrets lose. My problem is that the turrets do too much. The fact that they do decent damage, slow, and let me see them through walls is a bit nuts. So, like, I think either the slow needs to be drastically nerfed or removed. It was fine when they just did a fuck ton of damage and slow. It was a pain in my ass, and I hated it. But now it's the Ramatra thing where they gave him so much stuff that's different that it's just kind of weird now. Like when he was first released, he didn't have his extra speed. He was literally like jack of all trades, but ass at all. Like he was bad at everything. Sure, I can do close range damage. That was his weak part, except for the fact he was slow. I can do long range poke, which is okay. And then I can pull targets out of the air, but it's like it only goes up to here. Oh, yeah, that is a Ramatra buff. Make that shit go all the way up to the skybox. You should be able to, like, Far Mercy touching the skybox, immediately grounded. That shit, the fact that it only goes up a little bit is such a pain. Why? Why would you make this and make it to where it only does a little bit? You half-assed it. It's not good. Torbjorn's fine. Nobody ever plays him, but he's not bad. Nobody that I see plays him. I should keep that clear. He's meta right now, but I don't see any. I'm not seeing very many people playing him. He's very good though. Turret sucks. Whenever I play Torb, I'm awesome. I hammer. It's a hammer moment. They buffed attack speed on it a while ago, and I appreciate that greatly. But I mean, Torb won't really ever be awful because he does a lot of damage, and his ult is not great, but he will always be pretty good. Tracer is not in that theorem. She's not bad right now, but her role is taken. Why would I have a character that has 150 health and can't kill people because there's so much healing, when I can have this character that has 300 health? Not very much movement, but it doesn't matter where they are, because they could be 100 miles away, and I can still annihilate them. Like, that's not that much damage. But put Tracer at that same range, and she's gonna be fucking throwing... She's gonna be pissing on them. Like, it does no damage. Tracer doesn't do enough damage anymore to where she could kill anybody because there's so much support. Widow is your standard sniper character. She's always going to be good. It doesn't, unless she loses one shot, she will literally always be good, and there's nothing you can do about it. 300 damage on every shot is good if you can hit them. I can't. I can hit shots on trading bots. That's it. Ana. I hate this character so much. Keep in mind I play tank, so here's my experience with Ana. And then I die. The difference is that there's not also a bunch of teammates surrounding me. But Sleep Dart and Anti-Nade are so oppressive. Like, I Think Anti is fine now. It's a 12-second cooldown. You have to be very selective with your usage of it. You can't just throw this shit out willy-nilly. But Sleep Dart, though? Please, man. Why is this okay? Why? Why is that fine? Why is that fine? You can CC any target for 5 seconds. Yeah, sure, it goes away if they're hit. But a little fun fact, if they're hit during the falling of it, it doesn't matter. I have a multi-hit thing, that's why it went off. But, like, in the animation of them falling, if they're hit, it doesn't take them out. It literally doesn't. You can get fucking slept mid-air and hit by a Sigil, and if you're still, like, in that initial tumbling over, you can still be fucking slept. It's so awful. It's not fun to fight. It's not fun to... It's, like, fun to play, sure, because you're immediately annihilating a different character because you said so. And you can't jump on her either. She's not vulnerable. If they're a good Ana, you can't jump on them as anybody. Let's see. Winston, you get slept and then you get gangbanged and die. Ball, don't even try it. You get fucking slept or anti, you do no damage, you die. Diva is a different case to where if you eat the sleep dart, you can kill her. That's a separate case. Doomfist, don't. Fucking, you want Sombra? Sure, maybe, if she misses both her sleep and her anti, and doesn't heal herself with it. But you can't hit supports with Sombra anymore. Genji, your character sucks. Try again later. Like, the only way to really kill her effectively is to either one-shot her, or if she's a bad Ana, then you can dive her. Now Bap. Bap is very good. Wow, that does more damage than I thought it would. Bap is very good because and oh no, I'm dying, I'm 1 health. Okay, I'm full. And there you go. There's bad gameplay. And also I heal my teammates for a lot. It's painful to play against, really, to, like, jump on a Bap and then watch his 3 health bars go by, and now you're dead because he does a lot of damage. Brig is not fun to play against. But that's it. That's about it. She's not great. She's not bad by any means. But I'm sure all of us, every single one of you, it doesn't matter who you're playing, we've all encountered that one fucking Brig who, even though she's face-tanking your entire team, does not die. Under any circumstance. Full focus fire. Does not die. Because she is also, in the meantime, shitting on your Genji and, like, your Kiriko, who's holding forward into her. And then, like, she just gets to walk up, and she doesn't die because of Inspire and the Mercy on her. It's... The only problem with her is that she has a lot of health. Well, retroactive health because armor. And she heals a lot. Deceptively. A deceptive amount of a lot. Illari. I haven't played too much Illari. She's not... I wouldn't say she's overpowered. They did just nerf her projectile size, and wow, that's very noticeable. Like, compare that shit to Hanzo. Like, that shit would be a headshot with Hanzo. Like, that right there, that would be a headshot with but it was not with her. How close can I get? Okay, so like right there. A little bit farther. Okay, so it's really small now. That's my point. It's not super impressive. They also nerfed her pylon. Pylon was needed. I don't think they should have nerfed this though. I think that they should have kept your right click the same, because its whole point is a really big burst of healing and then it's gone. So why would you nerf it? I don't know. I don't know. I hate this character so much. Keep in mind, I am a tank player. I'm not a DPS player. But this character has made me want to stop playing this game so many times, it's nuts. Every time I go for a good shatter, hit 3 people, and then all of a sudden, oh, never mind, everybody's up, and they have a Zen, and I'm dead. Or, I'm playing Joker Queen. I hit 4 people with my ult, the Kiriko including, and then she yeets her Suzu, cleanses 3 people, and teleports and gets cleansed. It's like, okay, well, now everybody's full health, and I just wasted my ult, essentially. Suzu is what I would say is the second best support, just the second best ability in the game. First best is on a nade, and it's not even close.
Leave a broken world behind.
But Kiriko is such a big pain in my ass. I think it would be pretty cool to make it to where the invincibility didn't last very long. I think it should be mainly focused on its cleanse and its ability to remove status effects and give a burst of healing, rather than its annoying ass invulnerability for 2 seconds. It just nerf its time, please. Lifeweaver. There's not very many complaints to be had with Lifeweaver. He's not amazing. Besides that, I think that's bullshit. Every time I get close to killing a Reinhardt and then he gets teleported away from the entire enemy team is awesome. And that's it. I mean, he does really good healing now that they buffed his healing. Especially the single targets, and then Tree is a fight-winning ultimate that generates overheal and is just very good. There's not much to say on him. Oh, I didn't know you could cancel that. He's not really good, but he's not bad. Lucio is, I think, my favorite support, but that's because I play Red at Lucio. Lucio isn't good right now, but that's not because he's bad. It's because the meta does not favor Rush at all. And his usage for a boing boing boing, now you're dead Lamau character doesn't really matter when they can't die. You could still play Lucio and dive on him, but the whole meta right now revolves around how much can you heal and how fast can you do it. Can you out-heal their Bastion? And he cannot. Mercy. You want to see Mercy gameplay?
I'll be right behind you.
Here, I'll show you Mercy gameplay.
Over here.
Alright, so here's Mercy gameplay. I can't fly to him, I'm gonna die. But, you just kind of sit behind your Bastion, and you win the game. Congratulations. You've won. There's Mercy gameplay. Mercy doesn't need changes. Bastion does. Moira. I used to be a Moira hater, and then I did this thing that I'm gonna call growing up. It's where I realized Moira actually isn't that awful. You just have to get better. Now, while Moira is oppressive, and can be, not really. She's easily counterable, and she only does 2 things, which is damage and heal. And you think that would make her very good, but she doesn't do very much damage. She just orb does, and that's it. So unless your gameplay wants to revolve around you pressing left click, and then E right click, yeah, don't leave Moira. It's not very fun. Unless you have like a Genji dogging on you, but like go Brig, bro. Zen. Hallelujah! 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 You can't Zen the same. Discord the same person. I hate Zenyatta, but more so in the way of I hate Discord Orb so much. It's so awful to play against. It makes playing tank terrible, especially with Bastion and Mei. However, now, like, let's say I'm fighting, there's this Reinhardt in the distance, I put Discord on him, and I'm doing other shit, and then I go, oh fuck, somebody's jumping me, and I go back here, and I kill this guy. He's undiscordable, and now he has a chance to actually react. Or, like, I put Discord on him, oh, he goes around the corner, oh fuck, I lost my Discord, now he can run over here and kill me. Like, that's a good change. That's good. That's a very good change. That's all I can really say about that. They buffed his range to compensate. I mean, that's fine. They did buff Harmony, and I'm so glad they did. Now it's 5 seconds of no LOS. And then it goes away, instead of Discord's 1.5. So, like, if I do this... well, I can see both of them, but... God damn it. Oh, wait a second for this to go away, and I'll do this. And now watch which one goes by. Yeah, that goes by immediately, and then Discord's still here, or Harmony's still here. Zen got buffed pretty well and nerfed in the way that he needed. I think that Discord buff is very good, and that's a absolutely biased opinion. Absolutely, not even. It's nuts how biased it is. But I'm gonna admit that because I fucking hate this character. He's fine. That's everybody, I think. Yeah. There aren't very many balance changes that I would say that are really needed right now, besides maybe Orisa. I hate this character. Still a skill issue on my part. I get that. Sigma's still also really good. But Sigma doesn't really need balance changes because he never gets them. He's always been pretty good. The only thing that was changed is he lost his rock one-shot, which, please bring it back. Please. It's the only way to fucking kill people now, because there's so much healing. Please bring back rock one-shot. I beg of you. It's not even a one-shot, it's a 3-shot. But nobody else really needs changes, and that's probably going to end it right there. Thanks for watching. Let me know if this is okay. I can be easily swayed on some of these. Like, I'm not super sure about some of them, and I would like suggestions. I'll read the comments if any of them are made. Adios. I hope I'm not sick.